Yes, is the host of Big Daddy Radio. Please welcome back to the show, Bryan Garrity, Big Daddy himself. What's up, Bryan?
Hey, how's it going, bud?
Well, dude, it's the socks.
I know. I said you need to have a sock count for the show. Where is it? I want to know. I know my socks win. Seriously.
That's what everyone seemed to care about last time you were on the show.
My leg and my socks. I didn't know that my leg could garner so much attention. My goodness, it got a life of its own. Actually,
have you named the leg yet?
Not yet. I think we don't need to be.
Does it have a Facebook page?
Well, there you go. That's what we could have done. Then the haters that are going to hate can hate, and then the rest can like. Because haters are going to hate regardless.
Right. Well, the dislike button's coming for them, so we'll just see. We'll see how that goes.
One more thing for everybody's self-confidence.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's a great idea, Facebook. Great idea.
Yeah.
So today, North Park, 92104. I got questions for you.
You're drilling down.
I'm going to drill down
on topic.
Go on,
drill down, baby.
Okay.
But now you got the zip code down.
Here I go. Okay, I got the zip code right.
You drilled that one.
Now, you're a metro real estate expert, top producer for years. You've been hosting your radio show, very popular. You guys talk about a lot of stuff. A lot of people are paying attention. I like to ask you about the real estate stuff first, and then we'll talk about the show.
Yes.
So I see what's happening in North Park 92104, even some of the surrounding other metro areas, but specifically in North Park is exploding.
It's booming.
But when you see a place booming, you always wonder, are we at the end of the boom, or are we still in the expansive part of the boom? So here's my question for you. People who might be home sellers in the next 2 to 3 years who own in North Park 92104, should they be thinking about a strategy to exit? Should they be considering selling now because we might be at the end of that boom, or thinking of something else, a different strategy?
Well, you know how people are worried about a bubble.
Right.
Let's talk about North Park specifically, right?
Yes.
So is the bubble going to burst? I would say at this point it's frothy.
Okay.
It's frothy.
Okay.
So I maybe changed my opinion a little bit, but because the incomes can't keep up with these values. At some point, eventually it will burst if things don't kind of start to slow down a little bit. So if you're an owner in North Park where it's hustling and bustling, restaurants are coming on board left and right, you can basically live your whole life within the confines of your residence, which is pretty freaking cool.
It's amazing.
They have amazing schools like Albert Einstein, which is a charter school, borders on South Park, but who cares? At that point, we're talking, apples and oranges. Which they offer German immersion for these kids. I mean, it's pretty amazing. So you're talking about people want to live in North Park. So if you're a homeowner that's had this house and you've got these schools that offer, they're teaching first graders, their first week is in German. I'm like, how do they know how to speak that?
It's crazy.
So it is. It's a very top-rated school, and they do really great things, so don't get me wrong.
Albert Einstein Academy is an amazing school in North Park.
It is.
South Park.
But as for North Park, considering the growth, if you're a seller, what real estate agent wouldn't say oh yes, list your house for sale? It feels very self-serving to say that. But I would say it's not right for everyone to sell, but if we're at top of the market, we're at frothy. We're at frothy.
Maybe not the top.
So not top, but it's getting frothy. I'm sorry. It's how long can this continue? That's what always makes me nervous for people when you start pushing it, and the values start becoming artificial, and you're creating this demand because inventory is low. We're seeing a consistent 11% increase in appreciation, and it's ridiculous. So yes, for some people, it would make sense to throw a sign up there, do a great marketing plan. We'll get you top dollar for your house and sell it. But you've got to have an exit plan if you're going to do that. You don't just sell your house because you're going to make a bunch of money, or maybe you do. Maybe you sell your house because you want to bank $300,000, $400,000.
I
don't know. It depends on.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
It is
last individual.
Time, there were a lot of people who wished they had rang the register and took those tax-free profits.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And here we are. If you say it's frothy, I'm just saying. Think
right.
about it.
So
think about it.
I agree. But I'm just saying though, as a real estate agent, what I do with the clients is sit down one-on-one, and I will actually walk away from a listing before I would push somebody that I don't feel is ready, or that somebody thinks they can get more than what you really can get for the house. Look, I'll get you top dollar for your house all day long. I'm not worried about that part. But is it appropriate? Is it an appropriate time for you to sell? Do you have an exit plan? When you exit, what are you going to do? Maybe some people are ready, kids are going off to college, they just want to put some bank away, and maybe they want to rent. Maybe it makes sense for you to do a vacation rental by owner. I was going to talk about that, but to be honest, it's so outrageous that to sell your house and for you to exit and just go into the rental market, it's like you better be making a really tidy profit.
Yeah.
If that's what you're going to do, because
a lot of
otherwise
work
it
there.
doesn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel comfortable telling someone sell and just rent and wait it out, because who knows how long you're going to be waiting. And I don't think what people saw in 06 or 07, depending on who you are, who you're talking to, when the explosion or implosion actually happened, that's an implosion of a lifetime. We're not going to see that happen again.
Right.
So I think why I say it's frothy, we have to get back to where is the traditional cyclical real estate market, that 7 to 10 year market phase. When do we get back there? We will get back there. History is telling us, as far back as real estate goes, 7 to 10 years is the regular cycle.
It could be just a couple years from now.
It could be, depending on what your benchmark is for measuring it, or the economy. The way that salaries aren't keeping up with the cost of these houses. And see, I have people come to me, I have sellers that will be, I want to list my house for $1 million. That would have been an outlandish proposition to think you were going to spend $900,000 or $1 million for a house in North Park. There was a time when I know people would have been sitting here like this, having a conversation and saying, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, sure.
It's here.
Oh, it's here.
It's happened.
It's happening
and
every day.
I mean, the houses over there, if your house is in good shape, I mean, there's all kinds of things we could talk about, but it's one of those things where if you're going to list it and you want top dollar, we can do that. But I want to make sure you have an exit plan that makes sense, because I think that's where people fall short.
Hey, tell us what's up with the radio show. What's going on with
We
Big
love
Daddy?
Big Daddy Radio.
Everybody
Every
loves Big Daddy Radio.
I know. Yeah, hey, I
Everybody
appreciate
loves
that.
it.
That's very sweet. But Wednesdays at 2 o'clock, ESPN, we stream live. So you can go to bigdaddyradio.com and you can listen live, which we have the link all set up for people. It has past shows on there. People go on. But we've developed it into a very much like a view or a talk or a chew. It's just evolved into a panel discussion. Obviously, I am the host of the show.
Right.
Sounds very egocentric, very ego-driven. It's not, though. It is.
You have a panel.
Because I have a panel, and I certainly don't hold back on sharing any parts of my life. So the radio show is something that I do. It started out to be about real estate, and I was like, it just turned into this pop culture explosion. We have great guests like Belinda Carlisle from the Go-Go, Sandra Bernhard, $1 Million Listing, a lot of Bravo celebrities that have called in, friends of the show. Yeah, I mean, and that's my thing. I love it. Are you kidding? All day long, I'll take it. So people wonder, like, well, what does the real estate and the show, how do those two things interact in your life? It's like, I look at that radio show as, if you really want to know your agent, you're not going to find any agent that you're going to get to know. And I treat all my clients like family eventually anyways, because to say that all clients are like family right off the get-go is very fake. I don't believe that. I believe you need to develop the relationship. Now, people that are coming in that are a warm referral, or from someone or people that are like family, that's different. But people that are coming that are referred to you, you've got to get to know them.
Sure.
And generally speaking, I don't want to work with somebody that doesn't want to work with me. And I think that comes out in the very first meeting when you're meeting with somebody. I want to work with people that I know I can get them top dollar. They're pragmatic and realistic about what their house can sell for. And they like the radio show. Because the radio show will give you, if you want to know where I stand or what I do, you can go
like
back
the
and
radio
listen.
show.
It's fun. I love it.
It's a prerequisite.
I love it. You got to have
BG,
and the people do.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Of course,
Really
thank
appreciate
you.
your time.
Always.
That's Big Daddy Bryan Garrity. Check out Big Daddy Radio Wednesdays 2 to 3 p.m. on ESPN 1700. Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else. Commercial free.